what happened was in verses 67 to 73, there was, we say, the epistemology of doing self-inquiry. So that means the methods, the understanding of the knowledge, how to go about it. So with the description given in 67 to 73, so we understand that to do the self-inquiry, which is the self-realization, basically we want to realize that the self, who is, what is our true self. We want to be aware, or we want to see, or we want to understand, or we want to have knowledge of who or what is our true self. Psychologically, there is no aspect of time. So when we look at the psychological aspect of the real self, so basically we will see what is real and what is not real. So the one is not real is called illusion. So how do you get rid of illusion? You dissolve the illusion is by understanding. Because illusion is not real. Illusion is not there. Illusion is something not tangible. So if it is not there, it is only in the mind. Something illusion means you are deluded to believe that is real, but actually it's not real. For example, the separate self. So by understanding the separate self, you will see that, before that you become aware that your separate self is an illusion. So you now know that you are deluded by the illusion. So once you are deluded, you understand that you can absorb it, because basically you reverse your belief. Instead of believing it, you become unbelief. How to dissolve the separate self is actually by looking at it, understanding it, and then you dissolve it psychologically. Okay, that's what 67 to 73 trying to tell us. There's no color, there's no, it's not unique. So we have gone through, after that we have gone through the verses that further give us the law or the instruction in order to be successful when we do our self-inquiry. So we went up to 88. We have actually read 88 or we have not read 88?
Read, tapi yang go through balik semua dah.
Okay. We go through again, 88. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَقَالُوا قُلُوبُنَا غُلْفٌ بَلْ لَعَنَهُمُ اللَّهُ بِكُفْرِهِمْ وَقَالِي لَمَّا يُؤْمِنُونَ. And they say, our hearts are wrapped. That is, do not hear or understand Allah's word. Our hearts are wrapped. Yes, Allah has cursed them for their rejection. So little is that which they trust and take security. So these are the aspects of what we develop in ourselves that can determine whether we can be successful or not. when our hearts are wrapped, that means our hearts are wrapped with other things that are not necessary. So when it is wrapped with other things, which is not the aspect that we want to look at, then we cannot hear Allah's word. We cannot understand Allah's word. So when you cannot hear, that means you won't be able to understand what Allah revealed to you. You cannot hear. Then that's what you call laknat Allah. Laknat Allah. So when Allah laknat you, laknat Allah, when Allah laknat you, that means you will not get any truth. You won't learn any truth. So if you do not learn any truth, that means your soul will not transform. So there's no development, no the mental development, no soul development. Okay, so that's one we have to understand what is the meaning of laknat Allah. Okay, when Allah laknat, that means you won't be able to understand Allah's word. You don't hear, you don't understand Allah's word. Your heart is wrapped. And then 989. وَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ كِتَابٌ مِّنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا مَعَهُمْ وَكَانُوا مِنْ قَبْلُ يَسْتَفْتِحُونَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا فَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ مَا عَرَفُوا كَفَرُوا بِهِ فَلَعْنَةُ اللَّهِ عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ. And when there came to them kitabun, a book, from the nearness of Allah, confirming what is from before, that bring victory against those who reject, then when there came to them that which they had recognized, they reject. So let the curse of Allah be on the rejectors. So this is another laknatullah. Just now, laknatullah when your heart is wrapped. When your heart is wrapped, it's laknatullah. This is another version of laknatullah. What we say is, when a kitab come to you, when a kitab comes to you means, the word kitab, we don't imagine the word kitab as a book actually. Because the word kitab comes from the root word kataba. So kataba means a written form. What is written? So anything that is written is called kitab. It can be a verse, it can be a phrase, it can be a page, it can be a few verses, it can be the whole book. Anything that's written. So this kitab is written in Lauh Mahfuz. Lauh Mahfuz is somewhere remote in a different dimension. So it's written in Lauh Mahfuz, and then that kitab comes to you. That means kitab from the nearness of Allah comes to you. And that kitab is a true kitab, because that's the kitab that has been successful from those people from before. They also received the same thing, and they are successful against the rejectors. So now that the same thing comes to you, the same kitab comes to you, and then what happens is you reject. You also reject. When that revelation comes to you, you reject. Came to them, but that which they had recognized, they reject, cover with it. Those who reject. What is from before that bring victory against those who reject. Then when they came to them, that which they have recognized, they reject. So that means you also reject. You recognize the same thing, the same truth that come, you recognize it, but you reject. You reject, it can be because you think it is not right. Reject that truth. That one is also laknatullah. So 89, then we go to 90. Bi'sa mashtaraw bihi anfusahum ay yakfuru bima anzalallahu baghyan an yunazzilallahu min fadlihi ala man yasha'u min ibadihi فباءوا بغضب على غضب وللكافرين عذاب مهين. Evil that by selling the soul with it, the kitab, resulting in them reject or cover what Allah has revealed, grudging that Allah should reveal with His favor unto whom He will from His servants. So they have drawn on themselves wrath upon wrath. And for those who reject, a disgraceful punishment. Evil that by selling their soul with it, resulting in them reject or cover what has been revealed. So they have rejected. They have rejected what has been revealed. On top of that, they had a grudge with Allah. Why Allah do not have favor unto the grudging that Allah should reveal with His favor unto whom He will from His servant? Because here He look at Himself as Allah's servant. So He recognized the truth, but He rejected. But on top of that, he has grudge with Allah. Why Allah tak reveal the truth to him? So the wrath becomes wrath upon wrath, anger upon anger. So double, anger upon anger. There is another verse in Surah An-Nur. Surah An-Nur, that verse say nur upon nur. This is the totally opposite of this. 24 verse 35. Nur upon nur. This one is wrath upon wrath. And for those who reject, a disgraceful punishment. So these are the things that we have to be careful when we want to be, if we want to be successful in this inquiry. 91. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ آمِنُوا بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ قَالُوا نُؤْمِنُ بِمَا أُنزِلَ عَلَيْنَا وَيَكْفُرُونَ بِمَا وَرَاءَهُ وَهُوَ الْحَقُّ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا مَعَهُمْ قُلْ قَالَ مَا تَقْتُلُونَ أَنْبِيَاءَ اللَّهِ مِنْ قَبْلُ إِن كُنْتُمْ مُؤْمِنِينَ. And when they are told to trust and take security with what Allah has revealed, they reply, we trust and take security only in what Allah has revealed to us. But they disbelieve His other true revelations, even though these revelations confirm their own scripture. Ask them, why did you kill Allah's Prophet if you trusted and took security in Allah's revelation? So in this case, in this verse 91, there are cases where those people beriman, iman, who take trust and security, not wholly. That means certain part only certain part. If you notice in our study earlier, there were two aspects of this aspect of life that we want to understand. One is the evolution, our evolution. Evolution of our separate self, that means is more of dissolving the ego and the self-centered values. The ego and the self-centered. So that one, many people will go along with you, will go along and agree with you. For example, we shall not backbite, we shall be good to our parents, we shall help others. So these are the things that evolve you to be a better person. When come to kill your separate self, kill yourself, that one many people cannot do it.
They will, orang beriman will kill themselves.
The other aspect of life is to kill yourself. That one very difficult for people to do it.
Your separate self lah.
So, because of that, there are certain aspects of the kitab that you do not want to follow. You do not trust. You don't trust and you don't take security. You don't trust that by killing yourself is the right thing to do. Killing your separate self is the right thing to do. You don't trust that. So that's why this verse says, when they are told to trust and take security with what Allah has revealed. So one of the basic principles of the self-inquiry is to trust what Allah has revealed. And that means trust everything what Allah has revealed. So when we say to them, you have to trust what Allah has revealed. Then the reply is, yes, I trust. I trust what Allah has revealed. However, they disbelieve His other true revelation. So there are other revelations that they do not believe. They do not trust. Even though this revelation confirms their own inherent scripture. So ask them, why did you kill Allah's Prophet if you trusted and take security in Allah's revelation? Why did you kill Allah's Prophet? Okay, when we say Nabiyin, the first impression is long time ago there were some people with the names and Sulaiman, Dawood, the 19th prophet. The word prophet is the same as Naba. Nabi is the authority. Nabi is the authority. Naba is the news. The one with authority, he is the one that established the news. So the person who established that, there are certain authority in him that dominant in him, that value to dominant. For example, the humanity punya value in him very strong. So that means the Musa in him. Musa is the one who has strong value in humanity. So the Musa in him is very strong, dominant. So that means there are 19 prophets, 19 strong values. If maybe in other time, another time we will go through the verses that say that there are 19 prophets. In the Quran said 19 prophets, not 25. So there are 19 values, strong values that you should have in yourself for you to be successful. That's why that verse, when Allah said 19 prophets, no? So over it is 19. Allah said over it is 19. Over it, that means over the, if you want to be successful, over it, if you want to be successful, there are 19 strong values that you should inculcate in you in order to be successful. These 19 values are the one that establish the word of Allah. When we receive the revelation, the truth, so these 19 values are the one that establish in the society, in ourselves, and also in the society, the word of Allah. You want to know what? You want to know the meaning of all the prophets? Okay. Ibrahim, the word Ib is actually father. Ib, father. Rahim, at this moment we say mercy lah. So mercy. So Ibrahim become the father of mercy. Isaac, Ishaq means he alienate himself, far away, remote. He become remote with the river of sorrow and the river of, that means he is able to jump out from the river. Yaqub is a person who will always return and go back to Allah, especially when afflicted with musibah. Noah is a person who they keep wailing and sobbing and crying of love. So Dawood is just now we say Da'wah. Sulaiman is a person who attained peace after submission. Ayub also often returning to Allah, with or without musibah, he returned to Allah. Yusuf is true slave in submission. Dari segi value, he is a true slave in submission. The true slave in submission. Musa dia, okay, kita dah tahu dah Musa.
Apa?
Strong value in humanity, insaniat. Zakaria, one who remember well. Yahya, one who is alive, because the word Yahya is hayat is alive, so that means his true self is alive, it's always alive. Isa is a person who is fortified, even and dignified. Fortification. Isa. Fortified, dignified, even tu macam balance lah. Ismail Sami'un is actually listening skill. Dia punya listening skill tu very good lah. Yasa is mighty strike with truth in a debate. Yasa. Boleh point the truth. Dia boleh strike with the truth. Yunus, a person with no ambiguity. Yunus is very clear. Dia kalau what he does that way, he is very clear. No ambiguity. Lut is a person who
Look, look.
Lut, L-U-T. Bahasa Inggeris Lot, L-O-T. Bahasa Arab Lut. Lut is a person who stick to Allah's ayat like a glue. Idris is from Darasa, is a person who study and ponder. So the one yang not a prophet according to Quran is Adam, Hud, Saleh, Zulkifli, Shu'aib and Muhammad. Muhammad is designated as seal of the prophet. Seal of the prophet. He's not a prophet, tapi he is a seal of the prophet. So that means Muhammad is a person who has all the 19 values. Okay, I still there are how many more? 2. Ilyas and Harun je yang I have not told you the meaning. Ilyas and Harun. So the rest there are 19. Atu Idris ada 19. So we come back, we say, so these 19 strong values are the one that will ascertain your success. Ninety-one tadi
Yeah.
So we trust and take security only in what Allah has revealed to us. But they disbelieve. And why did you kill Allah's Prophet? This is the part that we want to say. So we kill the prophets. We kill the values. You're supposed to have that value, but you kill the value.
Tadi tu
For example, maybe you say, I don't have to do dakwah lah. It's not my job to do dakwah. Other people are doing it. So by doing that, you actually kill. You kill that value in you. Zikir semua ni. No, not important. Study, no need to study anymore. Stop already. Enough is enough. So these are the things that when you, so Allah asks you the question, why do you kill? Why do you kill that prophet, those prophets? If you trust and take security in Allah's revelation. 92. وَلَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ مُوسَى بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ ثُمَّ اتَّخَذْتُمُ الْإِجْلَ مِنْ بَعْدِهِ وَأَنْتُمْ ظَالِمُونَ. And surely Musa came to you with clarifications. Then you took hastiness after it, and you were zalimun. This is, if you remember earlier, we recite one verse that say when Musa was away for 40 days, 40 nights, then the kaum get into trouble by hastily make judgment. So when they hastily make judgment, they whatever come to their mind, oh, this is the answer, they believe it. So the problem is the nature of the mind. The mind also generate its own revelation, and the mind generate the revelation, and Allah also give you a revelation. Of course, technically we don't say it's revelation lah. We say the product of the thoughts. We say it is thoughts. So the thoughts that come out from your own mind can fool you, can delude you into you believing it to be the truth. Especially when when the answer is also looks beautiful to you. It looks beautiful, it looks logical. So this hastiness ni becomes a problem lah, even though Musa comes, even though with presence of Musa, that means the value inside you tadi, Musa punya value inside you, even though with his presence, that means with clarification lah, Musa is given the clarification, even though with his presence you still will become hasty in making your judgment. So when you become hasty, then you were among the zalimun, wrongdoers. Story of Bani Israel ni up to 103 lah. Cuma
Ada break up lah.
cuma dia ada sub-topic. So the sub-topic N92 93 to 103 is another angle to the covenant tadi. This time a bigger exposition from the angle of power.